Yesterday, I posted a video titled "What if the president-elect turned on us?" I done videos in the past, sharing with y'all what happened in Cuba, and of course, I always get really, really horrible comments, and it's okay. I have very thick skin, and I can just brush it off. But it is worrisome when folks don't want to see the possibility of things going wrong. I guarantee you that if folks would have seen the possibility of things going wrong with Castro, maybe Cuba wouldn't be in the predicament that there is today. So let's talk about whether or not, because we are really out of options. If the current president-elect does not provide us with a second chance, I don't think we have another option. I don't think we have a second chance. I think that if we don't move in the right direction, I think this will be it for the U.S. And again, I will say this to everyone that always, bashes and just say rude things in the comments. I want nothing of this to be right. Nothing. The fact of the matter is, these are warnings that you have to consider. Because I am living proof that because people didn't hear the warnings before, where I come from, well, that's why Cuba is the shithole that it is nowadays. Politically speaking, and if you don't want the U.S. to be a communist country, you really have to question everything, regardless of who it is in power, regardless. Now, I will say this. If that she-devil, and you guys heard me say this 1,000,001 times, the she-devil, I hate that woman. That woman is the devil, I'm telling you. If that woman wouldn't have got the election, I will be making videos in a very different tone. I will be making videos saying to y'all need to get your crap ready because the collapse is literally around the corner, and we are in bad shape. With Trump, I am telling y'all, just to keep an eye on things. Keep an eye on things because men do make mistakes. We are imperfect. If we were perfect, guess what we will be? God. And none of us are God. So we are imperfect. Therefore, we will make mistakes. And we do make mistakes all the time. So I mentioned to y'all in that video that, that nomination, in my opinion, is a really, really bad decision. Really bad decision. That she should have never been appointed. Second Amendment is very important in my book. But nonetheless, let's say that, we move forward. And let's focus on the positive. Because we often look at the negative. So let's focus on the positive. Our nation is in a crossroad. And I mentioned to y'all that this country, unfortunately, never is on a straight path. It's either one extreme or the other extreme. I think the conservative is less damaging than the crazy stream. I will say that. At least this one right here, focus on family and doing the right thing. At least that's what I have seen. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know down in the comment section below. There's always cases. So in every aspect, you're gonna have good things and bad things. But the majority of time, I see this side, abiding by the Constitution, respecting people's rights, being more on board with having God in our lives, contrary of what the other people say. So if we go this way, I think we'll be better off. I really do. To the extreme, well, anything in the extreme is detrimental. That's just a given. Trump have made a lot of promises. it really has made a lot of promises. It made promises about immigration. Made promises of removing birthright for illegal kids from illegal aliens. I think he's going to have issues there with the 14th Amendment. We discussed this in this channel. See what happens. I'm not saying yeah or nay. I'm just, like, I don't know what way it will go. I don't think he does have the ability to do it, but that's for people smarter than me to decide. The economy. The economy, I think, is an area that he's going to shine quite a bit. But we are in such a bad shape. I think we have to really bring a lot of industries back, and that takes years. I don't think he has enough time. 4 years is not enough time to bring all of that back to our country. But I think if he lays down the pathway and everybody's on board, I think it's doable. I would say a good 10 years. So the following president will need to follow his plan, hopefully. I think that starting to see the fact that listen, we're not gonna get out of oil. I mean, that's everything in our lives has plastic. Everything in our lives has oil. I mean, we have yet to find the alternative for oil products. And you hear folks screaming like, oh no, we need to use electric cars and we need to use all of that other stuff. Well, you think it's clean because you see what you have in front of you, but the way it's made and the way it's maintained and all of that stuff, you need to see beyond what's in front of you. I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, public trust is something that has been eroded to a point that nobody trusts any public official. And, to a point, that is not a bad thing. But at the same time, when trust has been eroded to the point of, well, we can't trust anything, absolutely nothing, well, that's also detrimental. Because there's always going to be friction and argument and everybody disagreeing with each other. So we are in there. Globally, we are perceived right now as a weak country. We really are perceived as a weak country. Hopefully, once he gets inaugurated and he starts slapping people around and tell people that, hey, that was who was here and here no more, and you're going to have to deal with the man now, maybe things would change. I do also believe that we should get the hell out of other countries, and focus on us. We do have a lot of problems here that we should focus more instead of focusing on, well, other countries need help. Well, we can't help others unless we are in a good spot, and we are not in a good spot. And I mean, our debt continue to go higher and higher. Our homeless there's a lot of vets that are homeless, and I always have a huge problem with that because they serve a country and yet their government turned their back on them. How the hell is that okay? And yet they give money to illegal people who come in here breaking the law. Maybe something can be done. I honestly think there's a lot of things that need fixing. I honestly think that we have a rough road ahead, a really rough road ahead. But I 100% believe that we do not have another chance. And I think we are out of options. I think if other countries have become too accustomed of us being weak, we have given too much to other countries who hate us. They do hate us. They don't care for us. They want us to suffer because they're envy of who we are. And the fact of the matter is well, for way too long, we have been tolerant of too much crazy. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you disagree with me. Here's the thing. I want y'all to really take a step back and start thinking that I question everything because that is my nature. When people all agree on one thing, I will, by nature, disagree on it because I cannot be of mob mentality. It's not me. You get what I'm saying? It's not me. I see the good on things, but I also see the bad. And if you are not willing to hear both sides, I guarantee you're only going to have one part of the truth. And if you don't have the whole truth, how the hell are you going to make a good decision? How the hell you going to come and say, well, this is the way we should be moving, when you don't have all the information? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I try to give y'all. So be mindful. Be mindful that that's where I come from. I don't come here with I don't know, to spill one way or another. Whoever fucks shit up, I would say it. And if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. Plain and simple. That's all I have to say, because quite frankly, I really do hope to be wrong on pretty much everything. I really do. And I really do hope that we get a second chance. I also hope that the United States never becomes another Cuba. But in order for us to be prepared, we need to be able to talk about these things. If you're not able to talk about these things or not willing to talk about these things, then you are doing a disservice to yourself. Plain and simple. With that being said, I hope you have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Give thanks. Remember what I said the other day. It's better to enjoy a sandwich at home where you are at peace with your loved ones than going to a full-blown meal with people that you don't care or you just don't like. That's what I'm at. So I will let you guys be. Enjoy tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I will go enjoy the company of my wife, who is a little older today. And I will start cooking because she asked me to cook today. So that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.